All right. Welcome to your personalized deep dive. We're your guides today, ready to explore something you're clearly interested in, hobbies and passions.
Yeah.
You sent over this fascinating transcript from a YouTube video called What is Your Hobby? By LEP, Learn English Podcast.
Okay.
And while it's aimed at like English language learners,
Yeah.
we found some real like gems in here that go way beyond just language skills.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The thing that really stood out to me was how the video emphasizes that hobbies are
Right.
more than just fun. They're like secret weapons for personal growth.
It's like they unlock hidden potential. Right.
Exactly.
I was so intrigued by how the video linked specific hobbies like playing music to boosting focus, or how gardening can bring this sense of calm and connection to nature. It
Yeah.
made me think, could those benefits like spill over into other areas of life?
Absolutely. Imagine that feeling of accomplishment after, you conquer a difficult piece of music.
Yeah.
That confidence, that could easily translate to tackling, challenges at work or in personal projects.
That makes so much sense. It's like a training ground for like resilience and problem solving.
Right.
Now, the video also dives into the common struggle of like wanting a new hobby,
Mm-hmm.
but feeling lost about where to start.
Oh, for sure.
I know I've been there. Did anything like jump out at you about their advice?
Well, they had this great tip about starting with what already, excites you.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if you're an outdoorsy person, maybe, hiking or gardening's calling your name.
Right.
But if you're more of an indoor, like, creative type, perhaps painting or music would be a better fit.
I find that so helpful because sometimes we like overthink it. We forget to tap into those natural inclinations.
Totally.
But then the video goes on to say, don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah.
It's like they're giving us permission to step outside our comfort zones.
Exactly. And you never know what might click. The video also had this practical suggestion about trying classes or groups.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I can see how a class gives you like structure and guidance, especially for something totally new.
Right.
And being part of a group adds that like social element, that shared passion,
Yeah.
which can be so motivating.
For sure. It's like built-in accountability and encouragement.
Yeah.
But, of course, we can't talk about hobbies without acknowledging the
Oh, yeah.
time management elephant in the room.
Right. Life gets busy. Did the video offer any strategies for like
Yeah.
squeezing in those precious hobby moments?
They really stress prioritizing.
Okay.
It's about honestly assessing what, needs to get done versus what can wait.
Yeah.
Maybe you swap that extra episode of your favorite show for some, dedicated hobby time.
I like that swap.
Yeah.
And they mentioned scheduling, even if it's just like tiny chunks.
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes of guitar at lunch or 30 minutes of reading before bed. Like every bit counts.
Even those small pockets of time can have a surprisingly, restorative effect.
It's like a mini mental vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also had this clever tip about combining activities like listening to podcasts while you commute or exercise, multitasking for the win.
It's about maximizing those little opportunities throughout the day.
Yeah.
Now, here's where the video got me really thinking. Taking a hobby to that next level, turning it into a true passion.
This is where it gets exciting.
Right.
What did they highlight as key steps in that evolution?
Well, commitment is crucial.
Okay.
It's about dedicating more time, maybe investing in better equipment or taking, advanced classes.
Okay, so setting like concrete goals like finishing a specific painting
Yes.
or mastering a challenging song.
Exactly. Having those tangible targets
Yeah.
keeps you on track and boosts your sense of accomplishment.
Yes.
But the video also encourages us to, push our boundaries, to learn new techniques and take on more complex projects.
It's like they're saying that's where the real growth happens, when we step outside our comfort zone, like within our passion.
Precisely. And don't underestimate the power of connecting with others who share your passion.
Yeah.
Sharing through blogs, YouTube, even just talking to friends, it can fuel your enthusiasm and open up new possibilities.
I love that. It's like taking your passion from a solo pursuit to a shared experience, amplifying the joy and inspiration.
Exactly.
And speaking of inspiration, the video brought in some really cool real-world examples.
Oh, you mean like Steve Jobs and Apple?
Yes, but they also included the relatable example of someone turning their love of baking into like a thriving business.
Right.
It goes to show that passions can have a ripple effect.
Absolutely. And speaking of connections, there's this other fascinating aspect of hobbies that often gets overlooked.
It's that social element, isn't it? This idea that hobbies can be like powerful connectors, bringing people together.
Yeah.
What specifics did the video highlight?
Well, clubs and groups are an obvious one, book clubs, sports teams,
Right.
anything where you instantly have that that common ground with other people.
That shared interest is like a shortcut to connection, isn't it?
It is.
It breaks down those initial barriers and provides like a natural starting point for conversations and friendships.
Exactly. And the video also mentioned events and workshops, which offer that chance to,
Right.
learn new skills and meet people who get it.
Those events can be so energizing, like surrounded by people who are as passionate about something as you are.
Yeah.
Did the video talk about competitions at all?
They did. A bit of friendly rivalry can actually be a fun way to bond, even if you don't win.
Yeah.
It creates a sense of camaraderie and shared experience.
I love that idea. It shifts the focus from like winning or losing to the joy of participating and connecting with others who enjoy the same challenge.
Yeah, for sure.
As we're talking about all this, I keep coming back to the empowering feeling of like having a hobby. It's something you do purely for the love of it, without any pressure or expectations.
It's a space to be yourself, explore your interests, and let your creativity flow.
Speaking of creativity,
Yeah.
I found it interesting how the video emphasized the benefits of like artistic hobbies, whether it's drawing, painting, or playing music. There's something so fulfilling about like expressing yourself creatively.
Totally.
It's like tapping into a different part of your brain, communicating and connecting with the world in a non-verbal way.
Right.
And it's not just about the end product, is it?
It's not.
It's the process itself.
Yeah.
That feeling of being lost in the flow of creation, even if it's just for yourself.
Precisely. It's about the journey, not just the destination.
Yeah.
And that's true for, so many hobbies.
Right.
The real joy often comes from the act of doing, the engagement with the activity itself.
This reminds me of something else the video touched on, hobbies as stress relief.
Oh, yeah.
In our like always-on world. Having that outlet to unwind and de-stress feels more crucial than ever.
It's like a pressure valve for modern life.
Yes.
Whether it's gardening, reading, or simply taking a walk in nature. Hobbies provide a much-needed break from the constant stimulation.
Right.
It's about disconnecting from technology and reconnecting with yourself.
It's interesting you mention disconnecting from technology, because I was thinking about how some hobbies can actually like enhance our relationship with technology, like photography or video editing.
Yeah.
They require like tech skills, but they also encourage us to see the world in a different way, to capture moments and tell stories.
That's a great point. It's not about rejecting technology altogether, but finding ways to use it creatively and purposeful to enhance our hobbies and expand our horizons.
That ties into something else that resonated with me, that the idea of hobbies as a path to self-discovery.
Oh, interesting.
The video hinted at this, suggesting that exploring different hobbies can reveal like hidden talents or passions.
It's like a journey of exploration, isn't it?
Yes.
By stepping outside our comfort zones, we might stumble upon something we never knew we were, good at or enjoyed.
Yeah.
It's a reminder to stay curious and open to new experiences.
It makes me think about how sometimes we limit ourselves by like preconceived notions about what we're capable of or interested in.
We create these self-imposed boundaries based on past experiences or assumptions about who we are.
Yeah.
Hobbies can help us break free from those limitations and discover a whole new side of ourselves.
It's almost like hobbies are a form of like play for adults.
Yeah.
A way to tap back into that childlike sense of wonder and exploration.
And play is essential even as we get older. It sparks creativity, reduces stress, and helps us connect with others.
Yes.
Hobbies provide that structured outlet for playful energy.
Right.
A space to experiment and have fun without judgment.
As we're talking, I'm realizing that hobbies are more than just like activities. They're investments.
Investments, I like that.
Yes, investments in our well-being, our personal growth, and our connections with others.
Yeah.
By dedicating time and energy to our hobbies, we're nurturing these essential aspects of ourselves.
That's beautifully put. And it reinforces the idea that hobbies are not, frivolous. They're not just something we do in our spare time.
Right.
They're an integral part of a fulfilling and meaningful life.
Absolutely. And it's never too late to start, whether you're reconnecting with an old hobby or venturing into uncharted territory. There's a whole world of possibilities waiting to be explored.
The key is to be, open-minded, curious, and willing to try.
Yeah.
You never know what might spark your passion and bring joy to your life.
Right.
And speaking of sparking passion,
there
was one other aspect the video touched on that I found particularly intriguing.
It was that idea of community, wasn't it? We've talked about how hobbies can help us find community, but the video also hinted at something else.
You're right. It touched on using our passions to actually build community, which I thought was fascinating.
So instead of just joining a book club, maybe you start one yourself,
Right.
or instead of attending a photography workshop, you lead one.
Exactly. It's about taking that passion you already have and sharing it with others, creating a space for, like-minded people to connect.
That's such an inspiring thought. It's
Right.
like taking that personal fulfillment we get from our hobbies and amplifying it by creating a ripple effect of shared joy and connection.
It's empowering to realize our hobbies can have that kind of impact.
Yeah.
And it circles back to that idea of turning a hobby into a passion, taking it to the next level,
Right.
and letting it influence the world around us.
This whole deep dive has been so eye-opening.
It has.
It's made me appreciate my own hobbies on a whole new level, and it's definitely sparked some ideas for exploring new ones.
Yeah.
I bet you're feeling inspired, too.
For sure.
What are some of the biggest takeaways for you?
Well, what really struck me is how multifaceted hobbies are.
Right.
We often think of them as, simply leisure activities.
Yeah.
But they touch on so many aspects of our lives.
Right.
Personal growth, well-being, social connection, even our relationship with technology.
It's like they're this hidden superpower we all have access to.
Totally.
And this deep dive was all about helping you tap into that power, using your source material as a springboard for exploration.
Exactly. This conversation was tailored just for you, based on the video transcript you sent in.
Yes.
It was all about unpacking the ideas that resonated with you.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought-provoking question.
Sure.
The video focused on finding and nurturing hobbies, but what if you already have a passion you're burning to share with the world?
Right.
What's your next step? How will you spread that joy?
That's a great question to ponder as you continue your journey.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you feel inspired and empowered to keep exploring the world of hobbies and passions.